everybody, it's June, and that means it's International Gay Pride Month. Happy Gay Pride, everybody! But first, before we head into June, let's just recap something that I'd like to talk about from May. May was Jewish American Heritage Month, and it was also Asian American Heritage Month. One thing I noticed was that there were certain organizations, particularly news organizations, but also perhaps some businesses that celebrated Asian American Heritage Month, but I didn't hear a peep from them about Jewish American Heritage Month. And you might say, oh, well, you know, different regions have, different populations. Well, let's talk about the population in Philadelphia. I pulled up some numbers here, and I found that in 2021, there's a little discrepancy of the numbers that I found, but the Jewish population of Metro Philadelphia looks like it ranged from 206 to 215,000 Jewish people. And then I found the number of the Asian population of Metro Philadelphia in 2022, 121,000. Now, this is not a competition. The Asian community is very robust and very important, but so is the Jewish community. And it is very important, especially if you are acknowledging Asian American Heritage Month, to also acknowledge Jewish American Heritage Month. Let me remind you that the Jews in the world are a minority. There are only 16 million Jews in the entire world out of 8 billion people. That makes Jewish people a minority, even though, we're hearing some propaganda. I don't know what the word is. Some people don't want to acknowledge that Jews are a minority, even though we really are. It's also just a very beautiful heritage, and what's wrong with celebrating Jewish American Heritage Month? If you're not sure if your organization, your news organization, a business has acknowledged Jewish American Heritage Month, take a look at their Twitter feed, and that'll show you everything you need to know about what they have to say about that topic. Okay, so as we roll into June, June is a time to celebrate Gay Pride. Now, the reason that I was inspired to make this video, unfortunately, I saw a little bit of a kerfuffle, I guess, at the Philly Gay Pride Parade. I wasn't there, so I had to rely on video that I saw and the comments underneath the video. I saw actually multiple videos from different angles. And what I saw at Gay Pride in Philadelphia today was people blocking the parade and chanting "From the river to the sea." To Jews, by the way, that is considered to be a call to genocide. Calling from the river to the sea in the middle of a pride parade, quite ironic. And then I also saw another video from a national organization in which pro-Palestine supporters were likening the Philadelphia Police Department to the KKK and the IDF, which they call the IOF, because it's the Israeli Defense Forces, but some people want to flip it around and call it the offensive forces. Anyway, they're likening Israel's mandatory army to the KKK. So let's talk about this for a second, because there are certain places in the Middle East where being gay or the presumption of you being gay will get you killed. That place is not Israel. In fact, Tel Aviv is gearing up for their Gay Pride Parade, and it is an extravaganza. It is a huge to-do, probably the biggest or the only Gay Pride Parade in the Middle East. Tel Aviv is probably the only place where you can freely be LGBTQ without fear of being murdered. So what is it like to be gay in the Palestinian territories? Well, being LGBTQ is not really looked upon fondly. There's not a great public opinion of people who are gay in the Palestinian territories, and you don't have any rights. People who are gay often seek asylum in Israel because they don't want to be murdered. And if you don't believe me, go there, check it out, see what it's like for yourself, see what it's like to live there. It is very dangerous to be a gay person or to be suspected of being a gay person in the Palestinian territories. In 2022, there was a case that made worldwide headlines. This was the beheading of 25-year-old gay Palestinian Ahmed Abu Marhia. He was a man who was desperate to leave his hometown near Hebron in the West Bank because his sexuality made him a target. He sought asylum in Israel for 2 years, and according to an article by the AP, he told a friend that his entire village wanted to kill him. And then in 2022, I guess they succeeded because his body and his head separately were found not far from his parents' house. Publicly, people in Palestinian territories are overwhelmingly not in support of the LGBTQ community, and you don't have any rights if you are gay. There are no same-sex marriages and no recognition of same-sex marriages. There are no anti-discrimination laws for employment, for hate speech, for adoption. There's no IVF, no gender-affirming care, no legal change of gender, no surrogacy. You can't donate blood. And on top of that, if your neighbors suspect that you might be gay, they could kill you without repercussion. And the police will turn their heads because it is frowned upon to be gay. So, where can you freely be gay in the Middle East? Israel. You know why? It's because Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East. So for people that are calling for gay rights to be recognized, the only place where you can be gay in the Middle East is in Israel. So again, Tel Aviv is gearing up for its biggest extravaganza. The Gay Pride Parade in Tel Aviv is huge. It's a huge celebration. You know what the Gay Pride Parade is like in Gaza? There is no Gay Pride Parade in Gaza because you cannot be gay in Gaza. Again, you can't be gay in Gaza because you could be killed. That's why gay Palestinians often seek asylum in Israel, where it is legal to be gay. You can be gay without fear of getting killed. So when I see these Gay People for Palestine groups or people screaming at Philly's LGBTQ parade about Palestine, it makes me very sad because there are some people that are so misguided. I wish that it was possible to be gay in the Palestinian territories. I wish that that part of the world was welcoming and humanitarian and cared about people and cared about human rights, but the bottom line is that there are not human rights as we know them in that part of the world. And let's not pretend like Hamas cares about gay people, because if you're gay, Hamas will kill you. So I'm all for people being able to be whom they want to be in any part of the world, but in some parts of the world, that is just not feasible. And I felt that that needed to be acknowledged in this Gay Pride Month, especially when we saw some of these outbursts in the Gay Pride Parade. To reiterate, the reason that Israel is the only place where you can be openly gay is because Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East. Let's not forget that. A democracy has the same values that the United States has. Israel is an ally to the United States. The Palestinian territory leadership does not share the same values as the United States. And for anybody who hasn't been there, it's a completely different mindset. I do encourage you to go and visit for yourself, but I wouldn't recommend it, because if you want to shout those slogans or dress like you might dress during a gay pride parade, it could be very dangerous for you. Anyway, happy Gay Pride, and if you made it this far in the video, please subscribe to the video. It does help YouTube to push it out to other people, and it helps to grow the channel. So keep it here for more, and happy Gay Pride. I'll talk to you later. Bye!